Hi everyone, especially those that are preparing for aptitude test. Okay, I want to start by informing you that the best time to start preparing is right after your exams. Okay, if you're in the university. Okay, right after your final exams, you start preparing for aptitude test, and then another time is when you are job hunting. If you're looking for a job and you know that kind of job, then you should prepare for your aptitude test. Okay, so one of the things I want to state here is I want to explain how to prepare. So sometimes people have asked that question in the comment section. They said, look, do we just practice questions or study? Of course, you need to do both. Okay, so but you need to know where to focus on. Okay, the first place to look at is your quantitative reasoning, not in a particular order. I'm just going to list them. Okay, your quantitative reasoning, your logical reasoning, your verbal reasoning, your data interpretation. But let's look at the quantitative reasoning. It's where you understand percentages, your ratios, your averages, your speed, distance, time basics, just even your basic algebra. Okay, these are all quantitative reasoning. So regardless of what you studied in university, even if you're a lawyer, you need to look at all these subjects as long as you've had them in any past questions. Okay, they're just the basic. You want to just see how you reason quantitatively. Another one is your logical reasoning. So you need to understand sequences, patterns, your syllogisms, your deductions, things like that. Okay, you need to understand them. So your logic. Then your verbal reasoning, you need to understand your comprehension, your analogies, your critical reasoning, and things like that. Your data interpretations, okay, your tables, your charts, just basic statistics, okay. So you see, mathematics is not scam. For those of you that will ask yourself what maths have ever done, okay, I don't want to get into that debate now, but we probably won't be using AI. Not probably, we certainly won't be using AI without mathematics. Anyway, I'm an advocate of mathematics, of course. So it's important to prepare. You can comfortably upload certain documents and ask ChatGPT to help you prepare in that direction. So let's see if we can upload documents. Okay. So this is one aptitude test, and this is another one. So we can just upload them. Okay, so we have it here. All right. So we can ask ChatGPT to help us study the uploaded documents. Okay. And help me prepare a study guide. If you want a comprehensive one, you can say a comprehensive study guide. Okay, guide. Okay, let's just say table of content, so it can be very comprehensive. Now, the importance of this is if you just ask it to prepare a study guide, it will just prepare a study guide, right? There will not be depth in the study guide. But if you wanted to prepare a comprehensive one, you ask it to, okay, prepare the table of content. Then you can use what we call prompt expansion to expand the table of content. So, study guide, table of content, okay. So even if it's expanding it directly for you, it knows what to do. Okay, but if you just ask it to prepare a study guide, it will not be that deep. Those who have attended our course, they understand this very well. So, okay, table of content focused, let's say focused on, let's say quantitative reasoning. Your logical reasoning, your verbal reasoning, and your data interpretation. Okay, so I can say use simple words to explain each concept. So I don't want to start saying, okay, I want you to use Nigerianize it now. Just use simple words to explain each concept. So fine, once I've done this, I can send. And let's see what it will give us. Okay, so now this is your study guide. So this is just your table of contents. So what do I do with this table of contents? You can see it's like a textbook. I can even state there in my prompt as, okay, I want you to prepare a textbook. Okay, so it's deep. It's like a textbook. Still propagating, still preparing. So now this is what you have if you are preparing for any of these exams. So it is deep. Okay, so the more material you feed it, the better. So now once you have this, you can come down and say, okay, expand. You can just copy these two and ask it to expand this. Expand the following. Okay, boom, I have this. Bam. So just watch the magic, it has expanded it. So I'll study. So this is the expansion now. So I'll study this, and the best thing to do here is to just copy this and keep somewhere. The reason for this is so because you are developing a textbook technically. So now look at what I love about this, right? Right from GPT 4.0, it does this. Say expand 1.2 ratio and proportion. Would you like me? What? Okay. What would? I'm ahead of myself. What would you like next? Expand 1.2 ratio and proportion. Boom. I can ask it to expand. Look at what it means. Yeah, let me see. So okay, here's the 1.2. Which one did we just expanded? Okay, all right, let's see. Okay, so where did we list them? Okay, it's like it cancelled the table of contents. So but what we are saying here is we can go on. Okay, this is the table of contents. I can go on to further expand this, copy and ask it to expand this and link it to the previous one, and then go to 1.2 proportional ratio, because I've not done pricing. Did it do pricing in the expansion? Let me see if it did. If it didn't, then you can go ahead, percentage increase, percentage decrease. Okay, so fine, I can go ahead and ask it to expand pricing also. Once I've done that, then I'm done with chapter 1. Then I can go to 1.2 percentage and ratios, 1.3 fractions and decimals. I can continue expanding everything till I have, okay, let me just do the second one. Expand this, then I'll shift enter because I'm still writing. Link it up with the previous sub chapter you expanded. All right, good. So let's see what it will give us. So it will expand this. I can specify the number of words I want it to be expanded, and boom, it will link it up. You get what I'm saying? So I can do all this, link it up, continue, and before you know it, I have what I want. Okay, and then I can do everything for all the chapters. Once I'm done, I have a material to work with. Then I can, if I like, I can convert everything to PDF. If I like, I can just go ahead, study them, maybe in a Microsoft Word document, study everything I need to study, and then come down for my practice questions. So this will help you very, very well, in studying. Okay, so if you're preparing for any of these exams, it's important you study this. Then once I'm done with this, I can ask you to set maybe 20, or let's say set 50 practice questions from, let's say, quantitative reasoning. Because let's say I've studied quantitative reasoning, so from quantitative reasoning, boom, let's see what it will give us. Boom. So I'm practicing now. Okay, but don't just wait until you conclude quantitative reasoning. Maybe once you conclude a sub-chapter in quantitative reasoning, you can set practice questions. And once you complete the full chapter, you set another practice questions. Okay? So these are the questions. Find this. Then once you are done with this, you drop the answer. If the test have aptitude, have multiple questions, you can just say no, thanks, but set it in, let's say, multiple question format. Boom. So let's see what it will give us. Good. So it will edit it, and then boom, so we have it. And then if I like, I can specify it and make it 4 options. Okay, your multiple questions. So I guess you have a hang on it, you know how to go about it. So you can have all this, and then you have your materials, you have your questions, you are practicing. Once you conclude each sub-chapter, let me show you what I mean by a sub-chapter. All right, let's assume I conclude meaning of ratio, or meaning of ratio and simplifying ratios, right? So I can come down and say, okay, set questions on, okay, set 50 questions on the sub-chapter. Boom. So let's see. So good, I have this. You get? So it will make the ratio, what you have by the sum of ratio, simplifying ratio, it will marinate it in your brain. So you understand everything around it. Okay, so that's the advantage of studying this way. Okay, so this is how to use ChatGPT to prepare for your exams. Okay, your aptitude test. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can ace this aptitude test using your NotebookLM. All right, so we'll see but your ChatGPT pretty much does the job. Really, you can practice with this, because with this you just want to practice. But I've never used your notebook for aptitude test, so I'm curious to see what it will give us. Okay, with respect to aptitude test, it will always give you new things because you have your quizzes, but always use ChatGPT and then your notebook. Don't use only notebook without ChatGPT, or ChatGPT without notebook. Okay, so let's see what it will give us, and let's go to our notebook. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is going to look at the notebook. Boom. So let's see what it will give us on our notebook. The network seems to be very poor, so I'm going to pause it until the network comes up. Okay, good. Our notebook is here, so we have it here. All right, the first thing you can do is after you've signed up, I don't need to show you how to sign up. You create a new notebook. So once you've created a new notebook, you click on create notebook. Okay, this one, let me start afresh. Click on this, right? Once you click on this is where we were. So you upload files. So once you upload files, this is your aptitude test. I don't want to mention the company, but you know the Chevron, you know the Dangote, you know the banks. So but I don't want anybody to say, oh, you're using my own, you're showing people how to. So fine, that's why. But this aptitude test, okay, here we have 50 questions. So we collected 10 questions from all this, from different segments. So we combined it to have this. Okay, so good. Now, once you have this, you can copy this, open, but we've done it before. Because of time, we are not going to do all this afresh. So good, since we have it, I'll just come down to this place here. No, this place. Good. So you can see on my left hand side, you can see aptitude test, 50 questions, aptitude test, this. Okay, so fine. Now let me explain this. If you want to add to this, you can click on this. It will take us to that previous interface where you add. I also want to explain website. So if you have maybe any website that is maybe telling you things, explaining things about aptitude test, you can paste the link here. Any of the URLs, just paste the link to the URL and you have it here. Okay, if it's a YouTube channel, you paste the URL there and then you have it there. So okay, let's go back again. So if it's in your drive, you can have it. You copy text, any of these things, you can have them here. So these are your options. Okay, all right, so this one is still propagating. Let me refresh. As sometimes it can propagate indefinitely, so we keep waiting. What is happening here is I clicked on audio overview, so I can generate audio, I can generate video, my mind maps, my flashcard quiz. These are the different things I can find here. So but I'm still waiting for it to finish pulling and I can't continue waiting. So fine, I'm going to refresh. So sometimes if you click on this and you've waited like 15 minutes and it has not finished propagating, just refresh and see what it will give you. Okay, so we want to see what notebook can give us with respect to our aptitude test. Boom, you can see what I'm talking about. So I have all these things here. So I want to show you what the audio looks like. What the audio is like a podcast, so they are discussing it. So this is the audio. It's like a podcast, so you play the podcast. Okay. So you can play the podcast. So just listen, you notice different people talking about it.
Polishing your resume. You've written a cover letter that is.
So it's just explaining the things you should do when getting a job.
It's charming, it's perfect. You feel good. You hit apply, you're feeling great, and then maybe 10 seconds later you get that automated.
So the idea is to just push everything, okay, and then so you listen. So fine, we don't have all day, so I'm going to just pause it here, and then we look at the video. I think I prefer the presentation with respect to aptitude test, but if you are preparing for, let's say, your undergraduate exams, any of these exams, then the podcast is really nice. Okay, but if it's like aptitude test, so I think I prefer the slide.
Aptitude
so you have
test.
the slide.
Yeah, I know. Just hearing those
So you
words
have
is pretty
it.
stressful, right?
So you can even have your full screen like this.
Always feel like this big
Okay,
mysterious wall.
so it's like it's a presentation, not like it's
job
like
or
a presentation.
university.
It is a
But here's the thing,
presentation. So
they're not really
you are
just
seeing the
tests for genius.
slides,
They're more like a game.
and
with a
then
very
it
specific
continues.
set
It will continue
Today,
to
we're
the
gonna
next
learn how to
slide.
win and how to win.
You
Okay,
know,
so
this
let's
is the
just
next
dive right
slide.
in. Take a look at this grid.
Okay,
Your
so
job
you
is to
have
figure
it.
out what goes in that empty square. Go on. Take a second. It's a classic logic puzzle, and yeah, it's definitely designed to make you scratch your head a little bit. Is your brain doing a little bit of a scramble right now? Perfect. That is a totally normal reaction. See, these puzzles are supposed to look confusing, but I promise you,
Okay,
behind all that chaos,
so
there's a simple, kind of beautiful system.
so we can
And we're
exit
about to pull back the curtain and
this.
show you exactly how it works.
and then we
this
continue.
right
Fine. So we can just close this window, sub window. Then you can also look at your quiz. Let's see. You can look at your quiz. Oh, it's taking time. It's taking too much time. Alright, so but you should be able to check your quiz. Okay, good. So you have it. Which word is most nearly synonymous with scrutinize? So you have it. Okay, so let's just I'll just be guessing and I'll tell you why you shouldn't guess. So this one I wasn't guessing, so I'll just guess. Boom, you see, that's why you shouldn't guess. That's why you should watch this course and prepare very well. You can see I'm just guessing. See, so that's the reason why you shouldn't guess, right? So now let me explain this. I can also click on this, any of the answers. It will tell me why I got it wrong and explain it further. You can see this, right? Your answer wasn't correct because blah blah blah, and then it's explaining the concept behind it. Now, one of the things I can do here is I can copy this. This is where you copy it. You can copy it, take it to ChatGPT, and I will ask it explain in simple words. All right, boom. I have it here. So just wait for it. Boom, it is here, right? So I can explain in simple words. In this one, you see this is the advantage, right? So I'll come back to my notebook and then I'll continue just guessing. Oh, I got this one. No, I didn't get it right. So boom. Oh, I got this one. So, oh, really? Okay, what's going on here? Don't do this. Don't guess. Don't guess. The reason why I'm even guessing is to discourage people that wants to guess. But even if you have like only four, only four. I remember the first one I wasn't guessing, so I just switched the exam mode. I wasn't guessing. So technically, I got 3/15, right? So imagine only 27%. Of course, nobody needs to inform you that you failed woefully. So that's why you need to practice. Okay, if you've studied this, you practice, and you will ace it. Okay, so it's very important to practice. Now, I also want to explain what you do in the exam proper. Okay, this is very important. Now, I know you're very smart, you are intelligent and all, but answer the simple questions first. Okay, look for the simple questions and answer. Remember, all the questions we carry equal marks most of the time. Okay, so you don't want to spend time. You see, aptitude test is not testing how well you can answer questions. It's testing how quickly you can understand patterns, how you can work smart. It's testing all these things. Okay, it's your aptitude. So for those of you that like plenty books, okay, if you just approach aptitude test and you start answering question 1, 2, 3, you just find out that if they have 50 questions, right, or 60 questions, and you have to answer them in say 1 hour or so, or in 1 hour 30 minutes, so you have 1 minute 30 seconds for each question, and then you have to respond to that question within that time. Let me tell you this, some of these questions, they will deliberately set it will take you like 5 minutes to solve. Okay, so they are testing you also. Wow, you got that 5 minutes. You got that other one. You got that one, you spent 4 minutes. That one, you spent 3 minutes. Before you know it, you've responded to only 15 questions and your time is up. Your time will be up at 15 questions. Now you look at the question 45, 46, they're just questions you can respond in 30 seconds, in 50 seconds. Okay, but by then you're already anxious. So you have this anxiety, your palm is sweating, everything. you find out that you'll not be able to be in your best mood to respond to this question. So the best thing to do is scan through the questions. Question 1, oh, it looks difficult, jump, skip it. 2, 3, oh, question 4 is fine, poof, you respond. 5 is fine, 6 is fine. So as you are solving this, you are buying time. Okay, you are scanning through. There are questions you can scan through, and then you can solve that math in your head. You don't have to, like the one I responded to is not even a math question. So some of them you don't have to. So you just scan through. The ones you scan through them. I know you probably studied mathematics and all, you want to start attempting maths. I will do the same because I like numbers, right? But one thing I would advise you look for the comprehension. Some of those things like that, they may be very easy to just start attempting. Okay, so you start attempting them as quickly as possible. Unless you are absolutely good with numbers, very extremely good with numbers, and then the numbers are quite easy. So fine. But what I'm trying to advise you is scan through. Okay, once you scan through and you're seeing what the question is, you are answering until you get to that point when, okay, you've answered the ones you can answer. You may find out that, okay, you've done like 30 questions in 30 seconds. Okay, sorry, in less than 30 minutes, in 15 minutes, you've done 30 questions or 40 questions. Then fine. Once you've done all that, then you can come up to look at the ones that will not take you much time. So it's not really about what you can solve, it's how quick you can solve it, and how quick you can solve them, how smart you solve them is very important. And then your ability to understand patterns. And the only way you can be able to understand patterns is when you've practiced. And then you can also ask ChatGPT and say, okay, look, I want you to study. Let me see, where is the ChatGPT? Okay, can you study the uploaded aptitude tests materials and explain the patterns, okay, if any. So you just see, you can come up with patterns. I've studied the uploaded aptitude tests carefully. There are clear, repeatable patterns in how questions, boom. So you're seeing it, right? So the test is not random. It follows these rules. Question test logic more than deep knowledge. You can see this, right? Most answers can be found by eliminating wrong options. Boom, you can see this. So by eliminating wrong options, there are things you just know, this thing no correct. Are you getting me? But the answer, so if you're looking for the answer now, you see you're going to be wrong, or even if you're going to be right, but it will take time and time and time. So just look for eliminate wrong options, matching cause effects, apply one simple rule repeatedly. Difficulty is moderate, but speed and accuracy matters more than complexity. You can see this, right? So pattern outcome based word choice. Okay, words most fit the result and sentence. Okay, so good. You can just come down here. Example pattern: positive result equals to strong positive word, negative result weak or negative. Boom. So you are seeing all this. So these are the patterns it is highlighting. Okay, most numerical questions are percentage increase, percentage decrease, percentage of quantity of a quantity, blah blah blah. So it's telling you the patterns. So go and do this, study the patterns, and then you ace your aptitude test. I want to thank you for investing your time with us, and I wish you all the best. That job, you will get it. Okay, and that's our prayer for you. My name is Kelechi Nkwacha. Bye bye for now.